But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm safe because I had a VPN turned on. But yeah, welcome Trash Pandas. Welcome back to a new episode of Late Night Shit-Fuckery. And sorry if the quality is worse than it normally is. But GhostXan managed to break his mic, so now we don't have a mic.
It was old. It was about 3 years old. It was bound to die eventually.
Yeah, great, whatever. If you say so,
And no, I didn't break it.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so welcome to new episode, Late Night Shit-Fuckery. It is late. It is 2:23 in the morning. Yeah. So also, it's been a few weeks. That's why it's been a few weeks since we did one of these. I had like kind of a weekend away. I think last time we were supposed to do this Labor Day weekend, I went away to Rhode Island, and then it was the off week. Well, and then that's when you broke your mic, and we were like, oh, like we were still on the fence of like, should we wait until we get another mic, or should we just go with this one? And then, we figured we can't just wait forever. The Trash Pandas need late night shit-fuckery. Whoa, I don't like how synchronized that was.
Yeah, I could care less.
Well, anyway, look at the fucking...
It's a rumbling.
But, yeah, so, anyway, we knew that, the demand for late night shit-fuckery was too high to abandon. So, yeah, we figured we would do one this weekend, and we'll see if everyone complains about how bad the quality is, then maybe we won't do it again. But, till then, we'll probably just have to do it on this until we get a mixer that we can... Because we have a good microphone. We have, like, a legitimate, like, actual microphone. We just don't have a mixer to, like, get it to go into the laptop so we can actually record things with it. Because it's meant for, like, music or whatever. I don't know. Anyway... also, so the point is that we have quite a bit to talk about because we haven't had a podcast in a while. So the next thing that I wrote here to talk about is the lost footage. Finally, Arbor finally had a chance, I guess, this week. He had a pretty wild week a few weeks ago, and he's been pretty like tuckered out from it, and I think he actually got a lot of the wild stuff out of his system, and he just kind of wanted to chill back and, like, edit a bit. So he cracked out 2 lost episodes, and he really got started going. I told him to do the guest star session first of Breath of the Wild because that was that was just really funny to me. I think that's like one of the funniest sessions we've had with Aramis and the Bum. It's just very funny. They're both very funny to have on the show, and hopefully we'll have them on again sometime. But yeah, so I just wanted to get that up. So yeah, we had the last episodes go on, and that was cool.
We had a little bit of a debacle on the second lost episode.
Oh. Yeah, so Arbor basically sent me the wrong link. He was just like, "Oh yeah, upload this or whatever." And so I uploaded it, and then Ghost texts me about an hour after it's uploaded, and he's like, "Hey, this is just the first episode again." I was like, "What?" And then I looked into it, and I had to do it myself and upload it. So
Yep.
yeah, that was weird. And also But yeah, so those lost episodes should be going up, and that's cool because now they get to see. I know specifically, my captain was especially looking for our time in the Gerudo Valley.
Gerudo.
In Breath of the Wild. So I'm glad that they'll get to see that. You know, we got there in Naboris's nether regions. We got there and we talked to their queen. Or the chief, or whoever she was,
yes,
whatever her title would be.
Kinda. I don't remember how that hierarchy works, but it is a monarchy. I just can't remember how the fuck it ended up the way it did, but yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so that's cool. And Lost Footage should be coming out, maybe not 2 episodes a week, but it probably, hopefully, at least 1 Lost episode should go up a week. And again, I'm not gonna put a schedule like when. It's just gonna be whenever we get a chance. Oh, and also, I'll take this time to apologize. I really don't know what's going on. Some of you may have noticed that a lot of the episodes have been going up much later than they're supposed to be, because we're supposed to be doing it like, Monday and Thursday, new episodes, and usually the episodes will go up. Normally they would go up at like 1 o'clock p.m., like in the afternoon, like 1:30, 1:15 p.m., but recently they haven't been going up until like 9 o'clock at night or so, and it's just it's just been a crawl uploading them, really. I don't know if it's YouTube or my internet. I'm pretty sure it's an internet thing because I think it's on my end. I don't know why, but it's just taking like triple the amount of time it normally does to upload a video. So yeah, sorry. I'm trying my best, but yeah, the Lost episodes will probably keep going up, little by little throughout, like, once a week maybe if Arbor gets extra time. We'll get new episodes up. So yeah. Anyway, also, we have, we had Ghost's birthday special is soon to be done with, actually. I think for what we have uploaded, I think we're halfway done, but in like terms of what we need to record, we only have 1 more session, and then we should be able to beat the game in one last session. So yeah. Then it's usually it's probably like 4 episodes a session. Because I am gonna try to make the episodes a tad bit longer. For his birthday special, only because Ghost's birthday has passed now, in real life, and my birthday is soon approaching, and we would want to do my birthday special, which you have yet to say what my game will be.
I'm not sure, really.
It's pretty easy. There's a lot of games that I'm not a fan of, so.
Yeah, but that we have access to?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, we could always buy something. I have a little bit of money, like I can buy a game if it's, or we could borrow it. A lot of people have copies and stuff. Anyway, point is, that's why you will notice probably that the episodes might be a tad bit longer in the last session that we record, which actually this is going to be a really early warning for that, since there's a whole session still of regular like half-hour episodes, 25-minute episodes that will go up before we get to the session where I am making episodes like 35 minutes. And again, it's kind of, I have mixed feelings about doing that, because on one hand, I don't know if people are going to appreciate, more content, or if they're going to be like, oh man, this is this is too much garbage hour gaming in one sitting. I don't want to be too funny. You might laugh uncontrollably and go into some kind of coma from laughing too hard at too much content, So maybe for the good of humanity, we keep episodes shorter. So normally I'll keep them that way, but just for the sake of trying to get the game done and start my birthday special. But yeah, and speaking about birthdays, our channel's birthday is coming up as well, pretty soon. In October 9th is the our YouTube channel's birthday. Our first video wasn't uploaded, I think, until the 12th, but the channel was created on October 9th of 2019. And so we actually
let me check when
the first video. All right, he's gonna check, and that would be Garbage Fire Gaming. That would be Super Mario Party Episode 1, The Gang Gets Racist, which is, of course, a reference to the pilot, or not the pilot, the first episode of Sunny and Philly, which is also called The Gang Gets Racist. What?
We put it out on October 7th?
Well, maybe I have the date wrong, wasn't it?
Oh, this is looking weird.
That's weird. That's kind of bad. Maybe I have the wrong date for when our birthday is.
It's close at the very least.
I'm gonna have to look it up because apparently that episode was uploaded on October 7th. So that's gonna be closer than I thought. Well, anyway, we did film a birthday special. That I don't want to give too much away with, but we did film a birthday special that will hopefully go up on our channel's birthday. It's got some content, and yeah, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. The birthday special going up on our birthday, and also kind of funny that we mentioned in the special, and also I'll mention it here, is at Dequi, where I work, a couple of my coworkers who found my YouTube channel. They, I shouldn't say it like that. I talk about it quite a bit at my work, so it's not like they tracked it down. But I made a deal with them. That if we get to 50 subscribers by our channel's birthday, that we will make a Fortnite Funnies video. And yeah, so I don't know if Trash Pandas wanna help that or hurt that, but yeah, that was in the comments of I think a couple videos ago. They were like, he commented like, "Oh, how come no one plays Fortnite?" And I was like, "Look, if you get us to 50 subs by our channel's birthday," which now I guess is closer than I told them. I said October 9th. They might have less time than that. But yeah, then we have to play Fortnite and make a Fortnite video with them. So my two coworkers will guest star in that Fortnite Funnies video. And considering I played a very small amount of Fortnite when it first came out, and then I didn't like it, so I stopped playing it like really before it got popular. Even I think I played it like when it first came out. And then, like, I just couldn't really play it, and I didn't get into it, and I liked PUBG better, so I didn't play it ever. So, I don't know about Ghost's experience with it, but I'm personally not very good, I'm sure.
I just don't generally like Battle Royales, so I don't usually stick to them.
Yeah.
My main issue I have with Fortnite specifically is because it started out as a PvE game. Like, it was not PvP at all, but then the Battle Royale just got overly popularized and kind of made the PvE aspect of the game just non-existent. It's still there. It's still, like, there, but it's barely being kept up in comparison to its Battle Royale section.
Yeah.
I love the character design of Fortnite. I just hate Battle Royales.
But, yeah, so we're probably not going to be very good. I mean, it's an FPS, so I'm sure Ghost will be good, and I'll be okay, but, like, the whole building aspect. So I'm just not used to that sort of thing. But
it's a third-person shooter.
Whatever. But yeah, so it's gonna be that certainly will be a Fortnite Funnies video.
If it happens.
If we get to 50 subs, which I don't know. We lost a sub and now we gained a new sub, or we've been teetering around 30 subs.
As of right now, it's 30.
Okay, yeah, because it dropped down to 29, now it's 30, which, again, 30 subs is a lot, all right? Like, 30 subs really, you know, it's growing a lot faster than my other YouTube, like, from my experience on YouTube. And it's 30 subscribers, but, like, I feel like more people are actually, a higher percent of those subscribers are actually watching our videos than I'm used to. Normally, I'll have, like, on Es Trella's videos, I have, like, 60-something subscribers, but, like, I'll get, like, 10 views on a video, maybe, that aren't from me, where it's, like, you know, our videos, I just feel like more of you guys, more of you trash pandas actually enjoy our video, and, of course, we got all those thought bots in there and stuff like that, and
yeah,
so,
that was fucking weird.
So those are helpful. You know, those really give our channel a boost. By the way, don't click on their like links. Like if they have timestamps, if you see a thought bot or a bot of any kind, and you see a timestamp, don't click on it. I mean, sometimes, obviously, I mean, it's pretty easy to tell if an account is real or if it's a bot. So if you know it's a bot and it posts a timestamp, don't click on it, because Ghost says that they're able to mask full length like URLs as timestamps. And like you click on the timestamp and then it like takes you to a website, and I mean, you know how URLs work. They could just like steal so much information from just you clicking on a URL. So yeah, just careful. Like, I try to, when I see them comment, I try to delete the comment as soon as I can, but, you know, if you ever go in the comments and you see, like, we have a bot, I noticed that's extremely persistent. It's crazy. It's like, as soon as I upload a video, there's this bot that just is first, every video, and it's insane how this bot is so good at it. Like, literally, I upload a video, and then, like, 5 minutes later, if that, like, I just see first commented, and I'm like, God damn it, these fucking bots, again, like, getting us. So just careful, don't, like, you know, react or anything to these,
I mean, the one that says first doesn't seem to be nefarious as of right now.
It's more of like a trickster, you know, like a troll bot, you know, that just goes in, so, but still, I wouldn't fuck with them if I have, like, a knife or something, so. But yeah, anyway, so I didn't mean to go on a big tangent about bots, but yeah, anyway, Fortnite Funnies video, if we get us to 50 subs, and it's going to be a weird one, because we'll have some guest stars, from Dequee, and they'll probably know how to play Fortnite, and play Fortnite regularly, and then you'll have us two, which Ghost will probably be able to hold his own, and then I'll just be running around getting shot and, like, hiding and not really knowing how, like, a lot of the aspects and stuff. So it will be funny and, like, sort of laughing at somebody who doesn't know how to play the game. But yeah, so that's happening. And then, let's see, what else? We got, I got my new car for myself. That's pretty cool. I got myself a new car. Not a new car. It's a new car for me. It is. It's from 2005, and it is pretty heavily used. I mean, it hasn't been an accident, but I mean, it's got
Tell them what its name is.
I'm getting there. I'm building it up. Come on, we have to build this shit up so that it's, you know. But yeah, so I got this because, as you guys may have known, I used to have Landshark, which was my previous car, which was a 1999 Ford Taurus, and that thing, like, just calling it a car is giving it something. It's basically a glorified bicycle. It's like a motorbike, really. That thing really There's so many issues. It's easier to list the things that did work on it than what didn't work at this point. Like, literally, there was no air conditioning. The doors had issue. The locks didn't really work. I can't even tell you. Like, I can't even
the
like
rear
it fogged up super
passenger
easily.
Door handle on the outside wouldn't fucking close right.
It would leak in water. Like, there was some kind of leak where, like, the passenger seat would randomly fill up with water for some reason. Like, there was so many weird issues. Like, weird, absurd things wrong with it. Like, anyway, she finally, broke down finally. The radiator just really went out and, for those of you non-car people like myself, the radiator basically is in charge of keeping it cool, I guess. It's my understanding. I'm sure I'm going to get some gearheads in the comments yelling at me, but I'm pretty sure the radiator, like, regulates the heat. Like, so if the radiators doesn't work, then it's going to overheat. And that's basically what happened. Landshark just would constantly overheat, and then, like, the coolant system just didn't work. Like you would have to manually disperse the coolant around the engine because it just didn't naturally, I guess cars are naturally supposed to, like, slosh the coolant around to keep it cool. Well, Landshark didn't, so it would constantly overheat, and then you'd have to, like, it would kind of, like, I mean, it never happened to me where it broke down, but it would overheat, and then you'd have to manually, like, get out a thing of coolant and, like, pour it around the engine or whatever, and cool it down and let it air out. Finally it got really bad where, like, you could barely even drive it before it would overheat. But when I first got it, which was like 2 summers ago, when I first got it, it was like, it was like a year ago, basically. And anyway, it, like, as long as I didn't drive too fast, it would be fine. But then, like, by the end of its life, it just, like, I would drive a small distance and it would already start, like, you could smell it overheating. And, it was just dangerous because, you don't want it breaking down while I'm driving. But I had a lot of good memories in Landshark, and it was my first car, so, it's very special to me, and that is the car that is featured in our summer special. When at the very end, that's Landshark, and that's kind of nice. I did kind of purposefully do that because I could tell that it was, like, on its last leg. And as a matter of fact, when we filmed that scene, it was already like
you could smell it.
Yeah, it was already overheating just from driving it around. Like, it was like 1 block, if that we drove it, and it was already overheating. And so it was kind of nice because I knew, like, oh, this is gonna be like the last time I drive it. So it was just a nice moment I put in there. So anyway, got a new car now. And it's much bigger. This one is a 2005 Hyundai Tucson, actually, and it's much larger. Which I'm not maybe, I'm sure it'll grow on me as I drive it, but I much prefer a smaller car. So this is kind of a big step for me, because it's a much bigger car. We've decided to name this car. I guess I've decided to name this car Iceberg.
Should Arbor throw up a picture of it?
I mean, we don't really do pictures like that in the podcast, but you guys could just look up like used 2005 Hyundai Tucson black, and it'll pop up. And it basically probably looks at whatever you're looking at. Like, it never had any accidents, but it's got, like, the paint is all like when like a car gets all heated up and, like, the paint, like, kind of starts to warp. It's got that going. There's, like, the inside of the car. I spent like an hour vacuuming it, and it's still, like, you would think that it would be, like, perfectly clean, but it's not. It's just, like, kind of clean, like, clean to the point where I feel comfortable driving it. It's not registered or anything yet, so I don't. But point is, it's got a long way to go. I have to throw, like, a shit ton of air fresheners in it. But yeah, and why we call it iceberg is because it's so big. It's like an iceberg, and it's a very obscure joke that goes way back to when I was in high school band, and it's kind of a long story. I'll fucking tell it. Who cares? It's supposed to be a long podcast. Basically, in high school, I did band, and I really liked band. It was great. Yeah, you're gonna need a drink for this one. And I had a great band director. I won't say his name because whatever. But I had a fantastic band director at my high school. Probably one of the best. I mean, he is. He's easily the best teacher I've ever had. Like, I wouldn't even consider him a teacher. He was more of like a mentor. Like, he just really, he was just, he just was such a good teacher and director of music and stuff. And anyway, we used to do this, whatever. I can't think of the word. We used to do this activity, where we would, basically, if we played for certain songs that were clearly like telling a story, in the music, like sound like they could be a soundtrack for a movie or something. One of the things we would do is we would go through each part of the like song and come up with like a story for what was going on. Well, we played the song called "Beyond the Horizon" my sophomore year, which it would be nice if I could remember who wrote it. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's a great song. Anyway, we played "Beyond the Horizon," and it was one of those where we did this activity, and the way that the song sounds, we came up with the story that it was on a cruise ship, and you were like, oh, it's a cruise ship in like the early 20th century, and everyone's like embarking on this nice cruise, and you're going across the ocean, and then like halfway through, like there's this part of the song where like it goes from being majestic to kind of like more adventurous, like something like there's some kind of God damn it! This is the issue with recording so early. I can't think of words. There's like trouble, I guess, and again, in lack of better words, there's trouble, and you gotta and so it wasn't me. Everyone in my band, which the band was like a family, so like we all like kind of make fun of each other and whatnot, and like everyone like it was common knowledge. Everyone always thought that I said it first, but all of the many, I'm sure, trash pandas that were in high school band with me, listening to this now. It was not me. Okay, I did not start it. I think it was a certain saxophone player who said it. I did not come up with the original, iceberg. All right, but basically, what the hell? Shut up, Surrey. I didn't even say anything.
What the fuck?
Surrey just went off.
Dude, it's Catchy Ghost.
It's Catchy Ghost in here, though. I swear to God.
What the fuck is it?
It's over there. It's over there.
It's over there?
It probably just mistook me saying, "Hey Siri," and then it like. What is it? What is it?
It just went off.
Who's it sending a message to?
It's not sending a message to anyone now.
That's so fucking weird. Just hit the home button and it should turn it off. It'll like go back to the lock screen. That's so weird.
What the fuck?
Fucking Surrey. Anyway,
You don't want to upset it. It might just go off again.
You know what, Surrey? Fuck you. I'm pretty sure a certain saxophone who I believe was a freshman. Again, I think is who started it. And he would have been a freshman at the time. He raises his hand and he's like, he starts off giving a serious answer, and he's like, "Oh yes, the the passengers on the boat are all on the on the deck, and they're looking off into the distance, and it's a cold wintry night, and they look off into the distance, and what do they see? Iceberg dead ahead. And like the look on the director's face, he just looked so like done. Like he was smiling, but you could tell it was one of those where he was just like, like this was a mistake sort of thing.
It's funny, but you shouldn't be saying
it.
it.
And like ever since then, and then of course it was I played baritone at the time, so it was us as the low brass section. We all kind of banded together to back up this kid who had one simple dream, and that was to turn this beautiful song into the Titanic. And so the low brass section, we all started raising our hands and like trying to drown out everyone else with serious answers, and we all raised our hands for like the rest of the activity, and we all just kept giving answers that kept the storyline of the sinking boat going, and I think we did end up sinking the boat by the end of the song. Yeah, so that's where the joke of the iceberg came from, and that's how it kind of originated. And then the really inside joke came, like the running joke, I guess, came in the years after that, where, like I said, that was the spring of my sophomore year. For the rest of my time in high school, which I was very active in the band, I was actually section leader my senior year, and throughout the rest of my time in the band at high school, anytime we would do that activity, I would always raise my hand, and I would always give an answer that would end in something to do with an iceberg. And the joke would always be that the director would see me with my hand raised, and you could see the look in his eye where he was like, I can't call on him. He's going to say something about an iceberg. And then he would be like, you know what? Whatever. No one else is raising their hand, because luckily a lot of kids in my band were not very confident in themselves or whatever. I don't know. Like no one would raise their hand. So he would have to pick me because I would be the only one with my hand up. And so he's like, all right, whatever, Spencer. What is it? And I would be like, I would give this long answer. I'd be like, yes, the couple like walks through this field, and it's tall grass, and it brushes against them as they run through it, elegantly gallivanting through the fields in a young love, and they're so happy, and they're jumping around, prancing. They see off in the distance, they see, what is this coming through the clearing? Oh, it's a deer. And it's got a family with it. Oh, and there's some rabbits, and it goes over, and they see this stream, and then they walk down the stream, and it opens, and the stream widens into a roaring river, and then it suddenly gets very cold all of a sudden, and what's this in the river? It's a brown bear so elegantly catching a fish. It catches a fish in its mouth right out of the water, and it's beautiful, even though it's killing it. It's like nature is surrounding it, and then they walk, and then they walk into town. They walk into a town, and they see all these beautiful people, and then they walk into their room in the end, and an iceberg just falls on him right as soon as he walks into the room out of nowhere. No one saw it coming. Iceberg just poof and just kills them both, dead in the air. And it would sort of go something like that. And I'm pretty sure it was pretty polarizing. I think half the band wanted to kill me, and the other half of the band would be like dying laughing. So that's kind of the running joke with the iceberg. And then, of course, by my senior year, by like the end of my senior year, he just up and would not call on me at all. So then the joke would be that I would have to get like the newer band members who were either like not confident and like would never raise their hand. I would like be like, hey, say this, say iceberg for me. And then I would have to enlist like the newer band members, and I would abuse my power as section leader to make my underlings say iceberg for me. And so like I would always get like the shy freshmen to raise their hand, and the director would like shoot his eyes over and be like, oh, the freshman, he's gonna speak, he's gonna say something profound. And then he'd call on the freshman, and the freshman would be like, there's an iceberg? I don't know. And then, like, we would all die, and the band director would just be like, oh, god damn it. And, like, so that is why, that's the whole joke of iceberg, dead ahead. It's coming from beyond the horizon is the, like, complete thing. And that's why I kind of decided to name my car that, because it's so big. It's like an iceberg. I feel like it's gonna end up like going barreling down roads and stuff. Might sink. It's probably gonna sink at least one boat, maybe two, but at least one. In its life. I'll be sure of that. I'll make sure it happens. Fucking hate boats. But yeah, so that's that bit of news, which is pretty exciting for me. And yeah, I still have to register it, and like I want to take it to a mechanic and like have them look it over and have to. I think we got it on the insurance, but yeah. So that's that. And then next thing I want to talk about actually, that is kind of something that we had last year. It is something we had last year, but we didn't really have the channel like we do now to talk. Or actually, no, I think we did talk about it on the channel last year, which is funny. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about it again because fuck you guys. Probably forgot. Voodoo is the new seasonal Mountain Dew that they have right now. And they brought it back. They had it last year, and I was a big fan of it last year. And now they have brought it back this year, and it's Halloween themed. It's all spoopy. There's a picture of a hooded fellow on it on the front, and it's got voodoo, and they spell dew, DEW, which I like. And it does taste different this year. By the way, I do have a Mountain Dew tasting website that I will link in the description. I believe it's something like authentic official website of Mountain Dew taste testing.weebly.com. But I don't think that's exactly it. It'll be in the description. Although I will say it is out of date. I have not written in it in quite a bit of time. Like probably not since like junior year of high school. But I keep meaning to go on there and update it, but I just haven't. But anyway, and it does taste different because last year Voodoo it tasted like cotton candy. It was like cotton candy, and this year it tastes a little different. It's more specific. This year it literally just tastes like Skittles.
Yeah,
it's literally Skittles. It's just Skittles, like plain and simple. And it's good though. I like it. It's liquid Skittles. It's very sweet, but not too sweet, which is something that you might fear from it. They kept the white color, which I think they stole from White Out, of course, which is one of my favorite Mountain Dew flavors that is discontinued. They don't make it anymore, and that is citrus. If you've ever had Fresca, which is another very obscure carbonated beverage, it tastes exactly like Fresca, but caffeinated and Mountain Dew. And yeah, Whiteout is one of my favorite flavors of Mountain Dew, and it's not sold anywhere. You can't even buy it online. Like at least when they canceled Livewire, you can still buy it online, but Whiteout's not even available there. But anyway, it was also a white, Mountain Dew in terms of color, and Voodoo is also white. But it's still good. It's good. It's whatever. It's the mystery flavor. So yeah, that's cool. Always a fan of these new Mountain Dew flavors. Miss Frostbite. Is Frostbite still going on even?
No.
Yeah, see, I miss it. I only had one case of Frostbite. It's because there's no freaking Walmarts around here. They all close or I'm not waiting in like a huge line to get in.
They close at like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Because of
Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just, never got around to it, so but man, Frostbite was good. I hope they bring that back next summer. That'd be cool. Voodoo's nice though, and Voodoo's sold like everywhere. So yeah, Voodoo gets the Garbage Fire Gaming matchstick of approval. So go, yes, yay, go. We're not sponsored or anything, but go try it for yourself. We do recommend it. It's good. Drink it. You'll like it. Looks like semen. You'll love it. Anyway, speaking about semen, it's getting colder out. It's starting to be fall-ish, and I like that. I like colder weather, so I'm very excited for it to be cool.
It's gonna be perfect sweater weather.
Oh my God, yeah, really. It's like been all 60s today in central Connecticut, so it's very nice for us here, and it's been very hot recently. Although you know what really pisses me off is because as you guys may have, I forget what I've talked about on the channel, but I have my very rational fear of whales, and then I have my equally rational. I don't know if I'd say fear. I just really fucking hate bees. Not, and everyone yells at me when I say bees. I mean like yellow jackets and like hornets and wasps. And those
the things that aren't technically bees at all.
Yeah, I call them bees. That's just what I call them. I'm stupid. Okay, what are you gonna do?
They're the only
leave a hate comment.
They're the only insect I know that has aggro always on.
Yeah, really. Like, especially to me. People are always like, oh, don't do any, just don't bother the bee, it won't bother you.
If it's a bee, then yeah,
I'm not talking about bees. Let the record show that when I say bees, I'm talking about yellow jackets, hornets, wasps, and all the things that aren't bees. Ironically, the things I'm not talking about are like honeybees and like in the like floofy bees. I mean like wasps. They'll freaking like even though everyone's like, oh, just don't mess with them, they'll stay away from you. No, they freaking won't. My whole childhood, I averaged like 4 bee stings a summer when I was a kid, and the only reason that's gone down is because I don't go outside anymore. Because I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'm not going outside. If I'm just gonna get stung by bees, I'll stay inside. And now I'm just super pale, and I just stay inside and play video games all summer. So like, fuck them. But anyway. What I was going on about in this rant is I'm really mad that it's like 60 degrees out and there's still bees everywhere. Like at Dequee when I have to go outside and clean outside, there's bees flying all over the place. Like I get that there's food and garbage and whatnot, but you'd think they'd be dead already. Like, geez, I'm gonna start bleaching the trash. Like, fucking, I hate them. I hate them. I just want to burn them, like all of them. I just want to light a big fire to go around the entire world and burn all the bees. And after I've made that comment, I would just like to send out my sympathy and thoughts, of kindness to all who have been negatively affected by the California wildfires. I realize my comment that I just made may have sounded like I supported that. Let it be known that when I said that I wanted a fire to rage across the entire world, killing all that it passes through, what I meant is that I want the fire to specifically only kill bees. And again, when I say bees, I mean wasps. Okay, and the stingy ones, not the nice honey ones. Okay, that pollinate shit. Like the useless fucking sacks of shit that just fly around stabbing you with little thumbtacks, assholes. And
it's not
I would like
kosher, dude.
I would like a fire to just go around the world and only burn them. And of course I am not saying that I want fire to burn everyone's houses and businesses. Personally, I have family in California that we're all, constantly worried about because they insist on living there where there's fires like every month and shit. And also while we're on the subject, why the hell, like, the number of wildfires that are start by gender reveal parties should be 0, okay? Can we all agree that the number of wildfires that should be started by gender reveal parties should be 0, right? Not 2, okay? One was already surprising. One was already like when the first one happened, I was like, holy shit, why? Why not just get a cake that has like pink on the inside or blue on the inside, like a freaking rational person? Why would you do that? And then the second one happened, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like really? What did Florida man move? All the Florida men moved to California to do their gender reveal parties? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, they're like, oh, but, our gender reveal fire pyrotechnics won't make a wildfire, even though it's the same shit that the other one did. Like, I just, like, why would you do that? Like, why would they think that that's a good idea? Like, it's just stupid. Like,
Humans.
Yeah, really. Humans fucking suck. God damn it. I wish everyone was just dogs.
And not even in the fucked up sort of way, just like actual dogs.
Yeah, no, dogs are way better than people. The evolution messed up. They should be the top. They should just be like... Oh, man.
I mean, if either dogs or cats, like, evolved like humans, we probably would be in a somewhat better situation.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Family Guy episode covered that, didn't they? With the dogs being in charge, and then Brian had to pick up Stewie's poop with a thin napkin. But yeah, man, remember when Family Guy was funny?
Yeah.
And too bad what happened there. But yeah, so bees can all fucking die as far as I'm concerned. Like one of the hardest boners I've ever gotten was when I saw the headline for the first time that said all the bees were dying. And I was so excited, and I ran home from school, and I was like, Mom, is this true? Are the bees dying? I don't have to get stung by bees anymore. And she was like, Jesus Christ, Spencer, why is your dick so hard?
Yeah, now I'm just imagining this amorphous pink and dark cloud talking to you, all confused like. I hope it's an ongoing joke that fans, when we mention your mom, fans just draw her in animateds as...
right, from Legend of Zelda.
From Calamity Ganon.
Because that's my mom that you were making fun of for her appearance, which I still don't appreciate, by the way.
Sure.
If it wasn't so late, I would maybe call up my mom so you would be able to apologize, all Ryan McGee style.
I feel like it would be just demonic screeching.
She would just be very confused and angry, probably for some reason, and then I would end up just hanging up.
Unless it happens like Matt's version of the apology, where it's just a kissing noise and hang up.
Oh my god. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I fucking hate bees, man. And yeah, so I just can't wait for it to be cool out. And you know what I heard, because it's 2020, and what I'm hoping for, and I'm sure, again, we're going to get a lot of hate comments for this. That's what this podcast probably going to be called, something about hate comments, because people are going to get mad that I'm wishing this upon us. But because I've heard that what's the official term, that meteorologists are predicting that since we've had so many hurricanes and such a harsh year for weather, that it's going to be a harsh winter. And personally, I love harsh winters. I freaking love snow. Okay, it's one of the only good things Connecticut has ever done for me. Was like this one year when I was in 6th grade, we had a snowstorm that was like Alfred, and the snow was like it was like 5 feet tall in most of the state, and like Halloween got canceled, and like I don't care about anything, so I didn't really care.
That snow stayed into the summer.
Yeah, that was fucking insane. That winter was like insane. So if we get another one of those, honestly, I'm not in school, so I'm not gonna get messed up by like cancellations. And honestly though, I bet that wouldn't be too bad this year because all the schools are online, and I'm sure all of the like little kid trash pandas, all the 8-year-old trash pandas out there are gonna be like all like, oh, why would you say that? We want snow days and cancellations, but like, trust me, it gets to a certain point where like you have so many snow days, and then it's annoying because then you're in school for like all of June. So honestly, I feel like kids are better off without having cancellations, and then
I want cancellations when it's an actual fucking detriment, like that fucking day we had where there was just a fucking half-inch of ice over everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if everything's online is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because right now everything's online, so it doesn't really make a difference unless power goes out. That's what
Yeah.
I would say. If there was a mass power outage thing, then obviously they should cancel school for that. But if regularly they wouldn't have to cancel school. So this is actually a really good year for a harsh winter like that. Obviously the plow people, all of our snow removal trash pandas are going to be angry with us that we're wishing this harsh winter upon them. But personally, I have to shovel my driveway with my dad. And he's got the snow blower, but it's not what it used to be. So I usually have to go ahead of it and shovel a bit. And what I'm getting at is it's not like I sit in my house all day drinking hot chocolate and like pointing and laughing at all the people who have to go out there. Like, I have to go out there myself and shovel. It just, after I shovel, it's really nice to just lay in the snow and just look at the sky. Like, you ever look at the sky when it snows? Like, it's just beautiful. Yeah. Like, it's gray but like purple too, like at night. And it's just like night for all day. Dude, I fucking love the winter. This podcast sounds like we jump around all the time. I guess we do, but like...
Yeah, but that's kind of the point.
I love winter so much. It's definitely my favorite season.
I love it for a few reasons. Yeah. One of the main reasons is how quiet it can get when it is snowing.
Oh my god. You go outside during like a blizzard. Oh man. That's like... I would go as far as to say some of my favorite moments that I've had, like, I guess, like, in nature, like a nature thing, has been, like, just standing outside during a snowstorm or during a blizzard and, like, laying down in my backyard. And, like, I remember there was a blizzard one time, and like, I think last time we had, like, a full decent blizzard, I literally, like, we shoveled the driveway, and then I was just, like, playing outside in the snow. And then I just, like, kind of laid down in the snow, and I just, like, laid there looking up at the sky until, like, a layer of snow was just on me, and, like, And then I got hypothermia for some reason, but that was unrelated.
Totally unrelated.
It's because I went to sleep with no socks on. That's what it was. It's because my feet, they hypothermia. But anyway, I freaking love the winter, and... Oh man, I just thinking about it, it's so nice, and I hate the summer, and I just can't wait for it to get to that point where, like, what my favorite thing is, and this I sound like, I know that I'm like, I have the opposite opinion of most people, but like, I love waking up and it being already dark out, because with my messed up sleep schedule, like, it is very possible for me to wake up at, like, 4:30 p.m., and in the winter, I will wake up and it will already be dark, and that's, like, the best moment. I just love, and I'm sure that's, like, all the psychologist trash pandas, in the comments are going to be like, oh, that's unhealthy, your body likes the sunlight, and you know what, I freaking don't. Like, I am, like, a full-blown night owl, and... I love the night sky. I love seeing the stars, and I love in the winter just waking up and it being dark out, and like, and there's that shade of purple that the sky like only gets during the winter when like the whole sky is obscured by clouds and it's just like purple and it snows, and it's, oh my god, it's just so beautiful. I just love the snow so much, and like I always get to be warm. and I get to wear my trench coats and like I get to, and that sounds weird. It's not like a you know, it's not like a shooting thing. I don't know. I just think trench coats are freaking cool, man. All right, it's probably just from like comic books or whatever, but I just think trench coats are a cool look. And honestly, I hate school shooters for what they did to the trench coats image. You know, trench coats used to be like cowboy, you know, like duster, like, you know, oh, that like they must be a cool guy with the trench coat, and then freaking all these school shooters wearing them, and now all of a sudden, no, you can't wear trench coats anymore. You know, that's probably, honestly, that's probably what I hate school shooters for the most. I think the worst thing school shooters have ever done is ruin the what it means to wear a trench coat. It's definitely what I would say is the worst thing they've done. You know, and like, I mean, what even else have they done that's bad other than ruin trench coats' image for society?
I don't know. Kill a bunch of people?
Kill a bunch of kids, maybe? Fuck. Look, this is the dark episode, okay? This is the dark episode, alright? Oh, man. Shit, dude. But yeah, the point is, I love winter, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait for it to be cold, and, you know, I have a very high tolerance for coolness, so I like challenge the weather each year. I challenge the weather to see how cold it can get. Like, I'm like, all right, 15 degrees, that's not that cold. That's not that cold. I've seen colder. I think the coldest I've ever seen it get is like 5 below. I think that's the coldest I've ever seen in Connecticut in my life. And I guess you could pull up, I know they keep track of that sort of thing, so you could easily pull up like the coldest it's been. But I think that's, as far as I remember my mom saying, like, when I was in high school, maybe it wasn't below, maybe it was 0 degrees, but I remember, like, sometime in high school, my mom was very concerned that I was walking home from school, and she was like, oh, I'll give you a ride, and I'm like, no, I like walking, but, like, I really did like walking, and I was always warm. Like I said, I do, you know, bundle myself up pretty well. I mean, I'll layer my hoodies if I have to, and then I throw, like, the trench coat on, and again, like, the trench coat really is, like, it's such a good, because it holds in, it's like a giant sleeping bag, like, it holds in all of your body heat, and, like, holds it in there, and, like, I mean, mine are, like, all wool. I have, like, mostly wool ones, and then, like, you know, I have some, like, they work, and, like, I always wear, like, big gloves, or, you know, whatever, but I just, man, that's one of the reasons I want to move to New Hampshire, because their winters are so much colder than here, and I really would, like, I love winters so much. I can't wait, and, like, oh my god, like, the like, also there's other smaller things.
The mouse is haunted. Swear to God, I just saw it moving on its. Look! It just moved 2 pixels on its own.
Oh.
What the fuck? There's a lot of creepy shit happening this episode.
Whack.
Just weird shit.
Whack.
I moved to the left.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
going
going
up.
Ah!
What the fuck?
I told you it's
okay.
I told
just letting it go.
I'm why would we, you know? I'm telling you, it's the dark episode, you know? I don't know, that's weird. Like, my mouse is kind of not in a... but the mouse isn't moving here. Like, it's literally just the cursor moving. I don't know what would have...
It's freaking out. The light is just going on and off on the mouse, but it's not, like, actually moving.
It's so weird. Well, anyway, the point I was making is,
now you're leaning up against the box.
Yeah. But, yeah. I just love winter, man.
Yeah.
Great, now I lost my train of thought.
Now they're gonna.
Why was in the middle? I was saying something about.
Yeah, there was something weird happening.
Going to New Hampshire, cold winter. Not so cold winter here. Oh, I know. I was saying all the little things about winter that I like. Like the peppermint stick blizzard, which is my favorite blizzard, gets brought back, and you can make hot cocoa if you put cocoa fudge and peppermint stick, which they do sometimes. And peppermint stick in general like is great. And then you got like Christmas happens, and Christmas is like the most joyous time. Like it's so weird how like you really do just feel like I think because like everyone and maybe it's only America, like I don't know other places, but like I think it's just because everyone, no matter who they are, even if like they don't even celebrate Christmas, like everyone just kind of accepts it. Like it's basically an American holiday at this point, as well as Christian. I'm not trying to take away from their dumb holiday, but I'm just saying like it's also kind of evolved into like an American holiday. Like stores across the country like do Christmas stuff, and it's like a society thing, and everyone just kind of is happy usually, and like just kind of it's just a season of good tidings, and winter's just so nice. Everyone shits on winter because it's cold and normal people get depression and stuff, but I'm like the complete opposite. I hate summer. What I hate is waking up like already sweating and like going outside and getting hit with a brick of humidity and like not being able to do anything. That's what I don't like. I don't like the freaking bugs that come out in the summer and like all the gross like heat waves and the fake water that you see. That really pisses me off because I'll be walking down the street and I'll be all thirsty and I don't have any Beppis, and I'll be walking and then I'll see like a puddle of water and I'm like, oh good, a puddle of water, and I take my straw out and I'm all excited and I run up to it and then it's gone. It's just fucking gone. It's not there anymore. And I'm like, there was just a puddle of water here. I can't believe it would disappear this fast. And that doesn't happen in the winter. In the winter, there's snow on the ground and stuff always. You'll never be thirsty in the winter. You just grab some snow, shove it in your mouth, And there's different flavors of snow on the ground you can get. And you get the rock salt in there sometimes to get high. Like, it's awesome. Winter is just, I don't know. It's like one of those opinion things where it's like, yeah, it's an opinion, but if you don't like winter, you're wrong. It's like one of those things.
God damn it. I think I'm gonna start getting a god damn it Ross out of like myself when it comes to you. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, and just so you know, anything I say, GhostXan backs up. We're a partnership like that.
That's a fucking lie.
We're a partnership like that. So don't just yell at me in the comments, because he's supporting me, everything I say.
No, I'm not.
If he, like, for instance, if I was to say something heinous, like...
you